his family is my own. One stranger's chasing selfish dreams, now one through grace alone. How could I now dishonor the ones that you have loved? Beneath the cross of Jesus, see the children called by God. Beneath the cross of Jesus, the path before the crown, we follow in his footsteps where promised hope is found. How great the joy before us to be his perfect bride. Beneath the cross of Jesus, we will gladly live our lives.
Please join me in this act of confession. Surely he has borne our grief and carried our sorrows, yet we accounted him stricken and afflicted. He was wounded for our transgressions, and he was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the punishment that made us whole. All we like sheep have gone astray and have all turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid upon him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. Like a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By a perversion of justice, he was taken away. Who could have imagined his future? He was cut off from the land of the living and stricken for the transgression of my people. They made his grave with the wicked and his tomb with the rich, although he had done no violence and there was no deceit in his mouth. Yet it was the will of the Lord to crush him with pain. When you make his life an offering for sin, he shall see his offspring and shall prolong his days. Through him the will of the Lord shall prosper. Out of his anguish he shall see light. The righteous one, God's servant, shall make many righteous. He shall bear their iniquities. Please pray with me. Most merciful and just God, we approach your throne of grace with boldness, and there we receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. We give you thanks for Jesus, who throughout his life offered up prayers and supplication on behalf of the least among your people. He suffered and died amid the city's garbage and made it sacred ground. Now nothing within your creation can be considered beyond your care and concern. You answer the calls of those who are aimless and lost. They feel forsaken and are anxious of what awaits them. Provide them guidance to find safe haven, so that they could rest from the tensions and gain strength to follow you. There are those who are imprisoned within walls of their own making and experience confinements over which they have no control. Help them to see that Jesus is the source of their salvation. Help them to find comfort in your Holy Spirit and the assurance that you care for them and promise to be with them always. Help us not to look away from the least and the lost. Help us not to forsake them and direct us to follow Jesus' example, to sympathize with their weakness. Make us bold, O God, to reach out to them. Consider them brothers and sisters in covenant with Christ, and pledge to walk with them toward dignity and self-worth. For in so doing, we shall ourselves bear that cross that Jesus bore on our behalf. We ask you, dear Lord, to heal your beloved people who suffer from illness and the despair which comes when you seem distant. Allow your healing light to send new strength and urge them to wholeness in mind, body, and spirit. And we ask humbly that you hear us now as we silently lift to you the names of those who are in need this day. Hopeful in the power of your love and grace, we speak the words that Jesus taught. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. See from his hand, his hands, his feet, sorrow and love flow mingled down. Did e'er such love and sorrow meet, or thorns compose so rich a crown? Were the whole realm of nature mine, that were an offering far too small. Love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all.
Well, let us know that the tomb has been shut.